Bling, cash, success. Most people dream of having a slice of it. We take 12 New Zealanders from diverse backgrounds, but all with the same goal, to be successful.
Why do I want material success? Have you ever been broke? I've been broke.
I'd like to go from a few to 100 million.
Do they have what it takes, or can they be taught? They will find out from the best at the School of Success. Exposing the psychology behind what drives people to become successful, Dr. Mark Wilson.
What we often find is that those people who are most driven for material success are those people who might not have had it when they were younger.
Imparting his business knowledge, Tony Falkenstein, CEO, Just Water, Director of Bartercard New Zealand.
Too many New Zealanders are happy with the 3 Bs, the boat, the batch and the BMW. And that's sort of where they stop. We need more New Zealanders to go out there and say, hey, I want more than that, I want to be more successful.
Teaching the essential communication skills, CEO of Sugar International, John Wall.
People that sit back and talk about the excuses and blame, well, I need to have a mirror and have a good hard look.
Ordinary people with extraordinary goals.
I want to be the richest, youngest Indian woman in New Zealand and making the rich list.
Will the students heed our experts' advice?
Successful people, when it starts to hurt and it's painful, they push through that.
Or will they revert to their innate personality traits and sabotage their own success?
If I was told I had to do that, I thought I'd die in the meantime. Just wish I could do it in bloody business, that's all.
If you just sentenced me to hell, you know, that was kind of what it was like.
You have to prove them wrong. We strongly believe in it. Your health mastery is going global.
I have to succeed. I have to succeed.
Success. It's a seductive word. Everyone wants it, but not many know how to get it. A really important question is whether some of us are biologically or psychologically geared for success, or whether there are skills you can learn to become wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. Your experiences are what you learn from, and there are elements of success that can be learned. You can't change your biology, but what about your personality, who you are? We're going to see if there is a successful personality and how to compensate for it if you don't have it. Nalisha and Janak have come to the school to grow their small mobile personal training business.
And just coming straight down at a 90 degree with those arms.
Health Mastery currently employs 5 personal trainers and they want to expand.
And the ultimate goal is to actually build our company and sell it for $500 million.
It's all consuming. I mean, we talk business in bed, we talk business at the end of the night. It's, you know, 24/7.
And just a couple of details.
No stranger to success is millionaire Bruce. He's hoping to take his financial company, Bright Finances, to the rich list.
I'm just very frustrated with what I've achieved so far. I want to achieve a lot more. Yeah, I just wanted to discuss with you the investment opportunity mainly. I'd like to go from a few to 100 million. Why not?
28-year-old recruitment consultant Johnny is hoping to leave his secure job and branch out on his own.
There's no reason why I can't have a turnover of $3 to $5 million in 5 years' time.
Really, really good. I mean, this is exactly what people want.
Real estate agent Ruth comes to the school to grow her residential portfolio and quit work altogether.
Our goal at the moment to be financially free, because freedom to us meant I don't have to work, I can have control of my own time.
Brian has come to the school to grow his family Tauranga windscreen business to a national level.
It's not wholly and solely about me, it's about my extended family, and my staff are part of that.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is just project some fringes across you, and that's what the software uses to map across the contours of your face. It's great, excellent.
Anna has sunk $100,000 into her small 3D portrait business and wants to see returns.
I would like to get a $5 million business within 5 years.
It's cool, it's got a smokestack on it.
If I didn't get the monetary success of $5 million, that would actually just incentivise me to go harder. I would just not sit down, I'd just keep going.
Matt is searching for a different form of success, but the same rules will apply. He currently installs and repairs ATMs and wants to become a police officer. However, his passion for fast cars sometimes takes priority.
My greatest dream is to become someone that's respected within the community. In that aspiration, I'd like to become a police officer. However, I don't know if I'm quite the person for being a police officer. To be honest, I don't feel very, very successful at all. My current situation is I can't even go to the doctors to pay a doctor's bill, and that to me is wrong.
Our participants have big dreams, and right now they're all very focused on that goal. But first, what they need to do is get focused on themselves. Our students are about to meet for the first time. We want to see how well they network, which is the skill of making a good impression and creating contacts that can help you in the future. What they don't know is that one of the guests isn't at the School of Success, Miles. He's an actor posing as a successful businessman. Behind the scenes, we're watching our students' every move. We're looking for punctuality, exchange of business cards, and name recall. Let's see who can work a room. Well, first to arrive is Brian, our windscreen repair business owner, and Anna, who owns a 3D portrait business. Now, the fact that they're actually the first ones here tells me that they're diligent.
They're well presented, and they're here to meet people and impress people.
And there's Bruce. He's on time and looking absolutely the part, isn't he?
This is interesting. Janik and Nalisha, who are our personal trainers, are in the corner together talking to one another, and they're married. There's no business they're going to do with one another here. They need to start mingling with the rest of the crowd.
On the other side of the room, Anna's showing clear signs of networking.
There was quite an interesting situation with Anna. She was very comfortable promoting her product in the social setting. We literally pulled out her crystal product, and which other people were interested in and passing around.
And I think that's a great idea. She's taking the opportunity. There are going to be people here for networking, and she says, hey, I'll bring my product along. It's small enough. Let them see it.
It's exactly what successful people do, is they capitalise on opportunities that come along. She's not holding back. It's a good sign.
Hey, isn't this hilarious? Here's Johnny. He's on the phone.
It's quite rude to the rest of the people there. What he's saying to them is the person on the end of the phone is more important to him than anybody else in the room. It's terrible body language.
Real estate agent Ruth clearly has no idea how important it is to be on time to a potential networking event.
I asked directly what she did for a career, and a couple of other people I noticed asked directly and got the similar answer. She avoided the question, and I must confess, I secretly thought that she might run a brothel.
I can appreciate that you might not want to say exactly what you do, but the problem is it leaves it open for people to imagine what you might do.
In the current market, people love real estate. She only has to say those two words, I'm in real estate.
And it will engage people because they'll ask about property prices. It's very topical. But at the moment, this fella thinks she's a brothel owner.
Now Johnny's off his phone, he's found a new interest.
20 minutes he's been chatting up Anna. I mean, you know, this guy clearly is a salesperson, but tonight he's not selling his product. He's selling himself by the looks of it.
Near the end of the party, Matt, our wannabe cop, finally arrives.
My first impression, of course, was that he was the truck driver coming to pick up the gear.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're the truck driver or you're a wannabe policeman like Matt here. Being an hour late just loses you the opportunity. Oh, I love that there's such a diverse bunch of people and they're clearly at different points on their roads to success. I also think we've got our work cut out for us. It's time to reveal this was more than just a cocktail party. Our students must fill out a networking questionnaire. We're finding out who arrived on time, who exchanged business cards, and who can remember any details about the people they've just met. Over the next few months, your desire to succeed will face massive obstacles. The most challenging obstacle will be yourself. Your personality and your ability to change your behaviour will ultimately determine your success. If you're willing to take advantage of your personality, then success is within your grasp. We'll see you tomorrow in the schoolroom. Coming up, John Wall reveals the difference between networking and flirting.
Now, my friend, what sort of business were you looking to do?
Well, lovely ladies, yeah.
And I deliver some tough love in the classroom. The problem is that you enjoy talking, and sometimes it's a matter of not actually engaging the brain. At the School of Success, our 12 participants have just sat their first test, how well they could network and impress our actor posing as a businessman. But before we reveal their results, I've asked the class to fill out a personality profile. I'm looking for key indicators on who has what it takes to become successful and who needs serious help. Turn your surveys over now and start when you're ready. And there are basically 5 constellations of behavioural styles. One of them is extroversion, which is basically how gregarious or outgoing we are.
I'm very opinionated, and sometimes I come across very brash. Sometimes it comes out the wrong way, and a lot of people can get offended by that.
As a sole trader, Debs is at the school to expand her truck broking business.
I can assess a deal and then look at the best place to place that deal.
And she's keen to learn how to juggle a new arrival.
One of my goals was to have a baby, and we have just found out, or we are now 5 months pregnant, and Millie Ann Preston is on the way.
Another personality characteristic I'm assessing them on is diligence, which is how organised, how happy we are following rules.
We're weird for creative people because we don't
I'm
screw up.
psychotically diligent. Psychotically diligent. He has to pull me off the computer. My kids too. It's like, Mom, take a break. I will, because I'll get so deeply into something that I won't be able to stop. Just stress. I mean, there has to be a way to make this happen.
Lisa and Joel have left a successful promotion company in Hollywood to crack the New Zealand market.
We produce promos for 24, Friends, American Idol, The OC, The Drew Carey Show. Our business was never based on us being business people. It was just, we had a reputation, people came to us, people wanted to work with us.
Emotional stability, the extent to which we experience emotional highs and lows.
Opinionated, stubborn. If I get into a conversation and someone hits one of my values, I'll probably express myself a little bit more than I should.
Hypnotherapist Jill is hoping to make it a full-time career and leave her IT job behind.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a walking self-help book because I've read so many through my studies. Dr. Phil, read that, Tony Robbins, I've done that. The Secret, I've watched a lot, at least 100. I watched it this morning.
I'm also assessing our students on agreeableness, how willing they are to please other people. And finally, we have intellectual openness, which is kind of how creative, artistic, open to experience you are. Now that I have a clear profile of our students, it's time for John Wall to reveal the results of last night's networking experiment.
I have to say, I'm shocked. You all failed. Miserably. There you are in a room full of people. You didn't know anybody. You know these people around you want to become more successful. Most of you even sell your products and services to small and medium businesses. And none of you change cards. Okay, Jill, so what's networking to you?
Making new connections with a purpose in mind.
Making new connections with a purpose in mind. And what's professional networking?
Business opportunities.
For who?
Both parties, win-win.
For both parties, win-win. That's not bad. Networking is finding business opportunities for both parties. This is what I'm talking about. You guys know the answers to these things. You're talking the talk. But when you have an opportunity to walk the talk, you're not doing it. And therein lies the big difference between successful people and people who want to become successful. Successful people do the things that everybody knows they should do, and unsuccessful people just talk about it.
I just kind of did what I would normally do if I went to a party, which was just sort of, chat with whoever. And luckily some better networkers came up to me.
Now, Johnny, my friend.
Yes, John.
At the end of that networking session, and it makes me ill to call it that because it was pathetic, at the end of the session when you try to chat up two people at the cocktail party, we asked who you'd met. Two people, Anna And Rebecca the waitress. Now, my friend, what sort of business were you looking to do?
Well, lovely ladies, yeah.
By the way, did you sell him anything?
No.
You didn't? No. Joel, how many sales have you made in the last 3 months?
800.
800, zero sales in the last 3 months?
Yes, 0.
How does that make you feel?
Like crap.
One thing's for sure with you, Joel. You're the ultimate cliche of being unrealised talent. And while you sit there in this show and make gags all the way through, nothing's going to change for you. So cut the gags.
That won't be any fun.
There won't be any success for you either. Your choice.
We view ourselves as creatives, so it's hard for us to go into the sales arena.
You've got to hand the business cards out, and you've got to collect the business cards. You've got to have a plan. You've got to know how many people you want to meet that evening or that morning or that lunchtime. You've got to have your scripts right.
Listening to John, I realise that it is an important part of growing your business, and I definitely agree with him. Now I'll probably devise a system and a script, exactly what he said, and implement it.
Now, I've been pretty hard on you lot here this afternoon.
No kidding.
Can of harden up for you, Debs. One big can, harden up, no ice. There's one fella I want to recognise who did get around and meet everybody last week, who did go and introduce himself to everybody in the room. Didn't collect any cards or give any out, mind you, so he wasn't perfect mark. But Bruce did get around the room.
I did want to meet all the participants, which I did. So I was pleased that I did that. But I was quite surprised that I remembered all their names. That was probably a bit of a fluke.
To test whether my personality profile matches up with John's networking results, I'm lining up our students in terms of extroversion. We're about to find out whether you have to be an extrovert to be a great networker. Now, what I'd like to do is for Debs and Janak to step forward, please. Now, according to the survey that you completed, if this lineup has any meaning, then Debs is the most extroverted person in this room and Janak is the least extroverted. Have you always been an outgoing person, or is it something you've actually had to learn to do, something that you've had to develop into?
No, I have been quite outgoing, but one thing I probably find quite challenging with being extroverted is sometimes I speak before I think.
Now that is exactly what the research would lead me to expect, actually. You really enjoy the contact with other people, but the problem is that you enjoy talking and sometimes it's a matter of not actually engaging the brain.
Absolutely.
So again, while extroversion is a strength, that's a downside that you have to be aware of and try to work with.
I agree.
I am so right this time.
I lack a bit of tact and the respect of my delivery, and I can be quite a strong-minded person. If I'm passionate about something, I won't give up on anything. I will argue to my face is blue.
Nalisha and Janak, because the two of you are right down the bottom in terms of introversion, I wonder whether it wouldn't be a really good idea for you to get someone else to work with, someone who is much more extrovert.
Definitely agree with you. We just need somebody who isn't a high introvert in our business to handle the customer service, even the sales side of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wasn't really surprised with where I was on the lineup. I know that I was an introvert, but I didn't realise that on such a large scale that where I was.
Now, I'd like to pull one last person out. Bruce, I'd like you to step forward. Do you think of yourself as a good networker? Do you feel comfortable going up to people in social types of situations and actually putting yourself out there?
I don't think